Pedri made me lose my mind, made me lose my words. But in the last video, I had a question and I asked you, do you think Hansi Flick would bring Barcelona back? But Pedri today, he gave me the answer. So, let's discover the answer. Let's go! Through the game, we discovered how Hansi Flick can bring Barcelona back and some points that he needs to work on it, or some adjustments that I disagree with him, or some game management that he has done in the last 25 minutes that I disagree with him. The first way is Pedri. Let me reword it in another word. Barcelona would come back with the existence of Pedri. Today we saw Pedri that he was the main navigator for Barcelona during different phases. One of the most features that Pedri has is unlocking the low block. When Atletico Madrid was playing in a compact low block, he was able to break down this low block through an amazing pass. We saw that in the first goal, when he was able to play a through pass that bypassed Atletico compact lines, leading directly to Rafinha, who scored the equalizer. And this moment highlighted his vision. Pedri was always able to find solutions, whether during the high press or providing progressive balls vertically. We saw him playing long balls, short balls, and he actively supported the forwards in the high press, ensuring the team maintained cohesion when attacking the first line of Athletic defense, like his second assist for Olmo. Pedri wasn't just providing assists. In minute 49, before ending the first half, Pedri demonstrated everything that he did in this game. He was an engine, especially in the counter press. Whenever Barcelona lost the ball, his counter pressing led to quicker transitions, keeping Atleti under pressure. If I sit today till tomorrow and count the moments that Pedri was able to do the same thing, I wouldn't be getting up from here. So let me give you another example and end it with this. In minute 58:05, Pedri was able to tackle the ball. He was able to tackle the ball. As we could see, he was able to implement counter press and tackle the ball. This helped Barca to regain position higher, which kept Atletico away from building clean transitions. So Pedri was an important key for Hansi Flick's system, and him coming back, for sure, the engine is gonna start working again. In minute 74, Hansi Flick substituted Pedri for Duro. Here, I want to take a moment, and this would take us to the second point. The second point is Hansi Flick game management after scoring the second goal. It was obvious that Pedri, he can't play for 90 minutes because he just came back from an injury. And here where I'm gonna disagree with Hansi Flick. You score the second goal, and you know Simeone is gonna attempt to score the equalizer, so he's gonna push his team high up and they will try to create chances, like what happened with Almada's chance in minute 92. When you took Pedri out, I'm bringing Drew inside. I have nothing against Drew, but Drew, he's a young talent player. So in this case, I know the bench is empty, but you could have brought another player, such as Christensen, who you already brought him late. So you could have brought Christensen early on and play with a formation 4-3-3 instead of 4-2-3-1. And I will tell you the reason behind it. Let me take you to the tactical board. Let's understand the key difference between both formations. The key difference between a 4-2-3-1 and a 4-3-3, it's how the midfield protects the team when the press drops. In 4-2-3-1, the double pivot becomes flat and easy to bypass, leaving big spaces between the lines and isolating the holding midfielder, which is exactly what happened after Barcelona's second goal. A 4-3-3 adds a third midfielder to create a stable triangle, closing the half spaces, supporting the full backs, and giving immediate protection in transitions. If Flick switched to a 4-3-3 in the last 10 minutes, he would have controlled the center better, protected Drew from isolation, and avoided the chaotic phase that led to chances like Almada's. This shape simply is safer for game management when the team stops pressing high. But Hansi Flick, at the end of the game, in the last 10 minutes probably, or 5 minutes, when he brought Christensen in, he played with 4-3-3 and the team was able to hold tight. And in my opinion, this was very important for the team to be under pressure, and they were able to get out of this pressure safely. The third point I want to talk about is Barcelona's struggle with missing chances and in some cases implementing the high press. Barcelona in this game had an XCG 3.88, and let's not forget that Liga, he missed a penalty shot, as well as Oblak was able to save a dangerous chance in minute 37-25. The good thing about this, that Hansi Flick team, despite the missing chances, Hansi Flick team started to create more chances unlike before. And I think one of the reasons is Pedri. Beside the missing chances, Barcelona had problem with defensive organization. One of the examples, after a failure in press, a long pass from the opponent bypassed the entire midfield press, forcing the back four to scramble and leaving massive spaces between the center backs. Here's another example. In minute 78-50, Almada open goal chance where the entire defense looked fractured and out of position. This something is not acceptable if you want to win the Champions League. Let me say it in another word. Maybe you could win the La Liga. With this defending structure, it's tough to win against big teams in the Champions League. So Hansi Flick, the first thing that he needs to work on, his defending structure. I want to end the video with this. Yes, Diego Simeone lost 3-1 against Barcelona, but his team performed a really good game. But Barcelona was better at this game, and they had a better quality, and they had Pedri as well. At the end of the video, I have one question for you. Who do you think is the player of the match? Leave that in the comment. And I would ask you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and give us that like button. So, peace!